In this video, we're going to talk about how you can set up a campaign from scratch. And so in thinking of doing that, you need to maybe already have some ideas in mind, which would be which tools you would like to affect, what your target audience is, and what your goals are for that particular campaign, and how you would like that tool to be adopted. So there are actually two ways to set up campaigns. The way I'm going to show you in this video is how to create one from scratch. There is also a way that you can create a campaign from your tool adoption report, but we will address that later. So from your dashboard, you go directly into your campaign by clicking on this button. And then you click Add Campaign here in the top right corner. And in this example, we're going to talk about a campaign that's going to promote the use of rubrics among instructors. So we can call that rubrics promotion for instructors. So you do have to name your campaign, and it's also good to give it an intention, and for this purpose we'll use the same thing as the title. And then you get to pick your audience. So we're going to actually pick by role, and as you can see here, you can see a ton of roles listed, and we're going to pick all of our instructors. This is actually a role category, so this includes all of our user groups that we've designated as instructors. You can also do this by filter, and we'll address that in another video. And you can also target campaigns by individuals by just typing their name in here. And you just can type straight in here to locate the individual you'd like to create a campaign for. But for this example, we'll just stick with instructors. And then we move on to outcomes. This is where you're going to put in the tool that you would like to have an impact on. And as we said at the beginning, this example was for rubric promotion. So we're going to actually type in rubrics here. As you can see, there's one for instructors that talks about just rubrics in general, and that's the one we're going to select. And the tool that you select, again, is just the tool that you're trying to have an impact on with the campaign. You can also set goals. These goals are actually percentage levels. So the first goal that you can set is the adoption level, and that's the level of adoption for that particular tool. In this case, it's rubrics. So we're going to set it at 30%. And then content engagement is also a goal, and this is basically how engaged you want people to be with the content that you provide, which is the messages that you include with this campaign, as well as any help items. So we'll put this one at 75%, and then click Save. Once you click Save, you'll see that the campaign that you created opens up. And at the top, you get some general information, all the things that you've just inputted, like the name of the campaign. When you created the campaign is there as well, your target audience, how many people are in that target, and the intention for the campaign. You can see here that there's also a field for visibility. And when it's set to private, that means only you, the creator, can see this campaign, but we actually encourage you to share it so that other members of your institution that have an expert account can also see this campaign that you created, and you can collaborate on it. You can edit any of the properties that you've set up here in the beginning. You can restrict to active users, and you can also schedule the campaign for some time in the future. As you scroll down, you'll see that you'll see the outcomes that you've set. So we have the campaign engagement on the left, and you have the tool adoption on the right. If you click on View More in the average tool adoption, then you'll actually get to see the tool adoption graph for just this particular tool that you're trying to impact. And below, this is where you can add events for this particular campaign. And again, events are things like adding a message, sending out an email, anything that you're doing in terms of training. Basically, any effort you're making to increase the use of rubrics is something that you would add here as an event. So that's where you would do that. And let's just go back one step so you can see where you would add the help items. So the campaign engagement part of the outcomes is related to the help items that you're going to add to this campaign. And you can either create new ones or you can add existing ones. So for the purpose of this example, we'll just add existing ones that we've created already about rubrics. We're going to add a message about the rubrics in a video, as well as a tutorial as a support article for our support center. And we'll add both of them. Now, as you can see, since I've added those to the campaign, now our campaign engagement percentage actually has some numbers here because now it's tracking the use of these two help items. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind is that you will need to also start this campaign in order to deploy the help items that you have added to the campaign. And please note that there is some processing time when you do that. So it won't happen right immediately, but it does take a little bit of time.